Okay. Ooh. It's a crying shame that she doesn't have any voice lines as her mod 3 for whatever reason. But she sends the animations and all very good. And her lines are great. And her normal voice is actually very good. But for whatever reason, her mod 3 isn't voiced. It's enough flexing. I was gonna launch immediately in the chapter 2, but I just remembered actually. I never did do this other path. Pardon me. I'm gonna dart back here. Hello, Hammer. Alright. We are gonna take the command post. We didn't do that last time. It was like a node off this way. A bad end or something off this way. And just there the whole place. Alright, let's go see what this. I presume this is an immediate bad end because M16 was like, don't come here. But that means there's a reward behind it. Yeah, okay, that's just the... Off you go. Or the commander imagines Sop running after M16 to fight her, I guess? Or she just never goes to M4's hiding spot. Oh hey, no, she does. Alas. I'm kind of surprised I didn't go for M16 pulling the trigger herself. Just a horde of Sangless bots. Oh, this is the same scene again. Okay. The exact same lines. Maybe I was... Oh, hey, batteries. I could use those. Oh, fuck me today. Alright. Do believe that's everything in chapter 1, so over we go. Ah, it's the new lads. Well, new after since. We are now post nuke. Do you see? I mean, at least you fought him to a stalemate. Hello, Mamley. Actually eliminated 3 of them. There's Python being name reference. Funny. It seems like all the limit drop dolls are actually like playing a role this time, which is nice. They didn't in Singularity. Or previous events, actually. Well, sort of. No, Groza was a reward, wasn't she? I think Groza was a reward for winning Operation Q. Far beyond Frubar. Poor Kalina. Poor everyone, really. Yep. Something significant if it's hanging on this. Oh, okay. Said, you look exhausted. Microsoft is not hiding the option to install Windows without a Microsoft account. Fucking. They get a little worse every single time. Like, I don't. Like, they really are just trying to fucking. Like, they're just trying to lock it down, and I don't entirely know why or what's the point. You know, like, to what end? Like, someone's already using your operating system. Like, the only reason I can think they want you to have an account is so they can email you shit about sales, because it's not even a data thing at this point. You're already using the operating system. Like, they don't need an account to track anything you do if they want to track that. Pardon me. Not found. Oh. They're legends now, apparently. Never seen you before. It's not how my base goes. This one's 4-6 just kind of hates everyone and wants to beat everyone with her gun. I don't know, like, the only reason I think they would want to force in their count is, like, they want you onto, like, their sale crap. I don't know. It feels like if Microsoft just keeps pushing it, eventually someone's gonna snap and, like, you know, people are just gonna start searching for alternatives more than they already do. Even, like, regular people will start looking for alternatives. Yep, there's one. Oh yeah, at the end of Singularity, well, Team 404 were backing up the main character's Defy. 45 took like half a tank shell, so she's kind of wrecked right now. The recurring thing is everyone gets fucking wrecked, and then they get fixed into their mod 3 forms, is judging by it. It's like fucking Dragon Ball Z. You get fucking wrecked, and then you just heal. When you heal back, you're just like 5 times more powerful. What the fuck? Shows me a nick for. Why? What is it for anything, or is it just is it just naked, pregnant Scandinavian women tormenting you? I wouldn't be put it past Twitch these days. Or G11 is like the DPS of everything and just gets bullied. I'm gonna say it's kind of weird that they can't like authorize themselves to, in circumstances like this, but I suppose that's just for like the special ones, like Defy, who just don't listen to anyone. I don't know what it is with OBS lately. It seems like either OBS or the capture card is getting fucking worse about this encoding shit. I mean, you might as well. You might as well find out, like, what the fucking moaning Scandinavian woman event is. Probably some hideous birthing ritual. Was that the nuke? Nuke? No, nothing, no. Oh, hey. Right back onto the field. everyone who has parents or children come here. That's not unsettling at all. Not at all. I mean, judging by the mod 3, she's lost an entire arm. Yeah. Torso support structures snapped into two. Rip the core out. Hey, she's got new art too. It's a thing only referenced in another event. Theater Group East Pole. So it is some weird, like, theater birthing thing. Yeah, with the whole thing in, like, deep dive and, like, I think it was mainly deep dive, is that 45 and her other sister 40 are actually Sangvis Ferry dolls in origin. Like before that, Sangvis Ferry went up in smoke. They were like a joint project between Sangvis Ferry and I think IOP or another one, something like that. And then the two of them were like stolen and hacked together by some third party to make electronic warfare specialists, but that means 45 also doesn't have a regular firing core, so she can't. She had to like learn how to shoot, whereas everyone else just kind of knew and shit like that. And then she worked her way up to being leader of a legendary Black Ops squad. Out of sheer determination. She doesn't want to let go of her body because of memories of 40, who has also bit the dust. Still not entirely sure how 9 plays into it. See a model, so there's that bit. Guess 9 is the actual proper one then. Or not. A Dutch thing. What's in a fairy tale? So this feels like a kind of a curious thing to have for as like an ad on Twitch of all places. Who am I to judge? Pardon me a sec. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Pretty upfront about her. Ugh, pardon me. This man in a face mask, a fedora, and just sunglasses, just... I can feel the art from here. Oh, it was on GameStar, okay. I thought it was on Twitch. Something about the Pied Piper. Okay. .416 steps up to murder shit. Tim Sweeney. What was he saying about her? Is it just linking an article? .416 becomes squad leader at the moment. 45 is down. Alright. You are more technologically advanced than the military. Around half as many use Epic compared to Steam, which he was happy about. Fair enough. As if I would ever object to that. Let's use the last line. Fuck it, let's go. I mean, that's always the thing, isn't it? Like, how many... when you have a free game thing, how many people are there for those? Rather than your actual things. Alright, this is just all Strelets. This is just all Strelets. Are you gonna fight shit yourself? Yes. Like, this is a big one, too. These guys are Strelets. We've actually seen these ones before. If you remember the VA-11 event, these guys were the main foot soldiers from that. Turns out the English server actually got them cheekily early. I don't have an Epic Game account either, like Epic Store account either, because just haven't been fucked really. I kind of forgot they were doing the free games thing entirely until they mentioned it there, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Alright, well, let's just fucking get ready. Kill everyone. 3 turns, kill 16. It's a bit of a demand. I mean, that's a fair way to put it. Nurse all need to resist. Getting free games is good. I'm just lazy. To be fair, I'm not sure many of the free games there are often would be things I'd be interested in anyway. Take that. We'll take every airport we can get. Heliport. Subnautica almost heard it. fire. Although free ones did they offer, out of curiosity? I never paid attention to it. Now, we do a trick. Okay, they're just strelets, so they're not gonna be too bad, but there is a fucking ton of them though. Must be sad. I'll not wield the shotgun light yet. Just yet. Her grenade should help her do it. That and her buff stats. Yep. One game every 2 weeks, change the 1 or 2 games per week. The thing for me is that, like, generally most, like, especially Japanese games will only basically release on Steam. Because, you know, they don't know about good old games yet. So, basically I'd do most of my shit on Steam. On PC, anyway. The main thing is going to be keeping ammo. There's a lot of little fights, and you always use one block of ammo in every fight, no matter what the fight is. Should actually seen about getting more ammo. They're putting someone on there, heliport and swapping them. Oh well. We're not doing the 3-turn thing, I don't think, even with all this AP. Hey. She might be able to do this in the 3-turn thing. Kingdom Come was free last week, but without any DLC, so it's kinda useless. Oh, pardon me. Fuck it, go on a rampage. The hand is not fast enough to mute for that. Shotgun machine gun, also known as bullying. Yeah, I'm gonna get us. One volley. Now the fairies. It's a bit rich coming from you. Unkillable. We'll see about that. Ah, it's this clash, is it? Emotions versus order. Oh hell, someone else knows about them. Protect enough areas. Have no effect. So I think next map will be the main gimmick of this faction. Quote unquote support. Oh good. These pricks. These things are called rodoleros or something like that. Well, I just call them gits. You remember from VA11, all they do is they come up, they stare at you for a bit, and then they jump in front of a row and just fire a laser beam down the entire row and damage everything in that row. They're fucking pricks. And now they're gonna have like actual stats behind them. Oh, see, here's an actual person. And deer. Who are these two? Another logistics officer in squad? Or 404's commander, I guess. "96% of GameStar readers have Steam. 63% Origins, 62% Uplay, 53% Battle.net. GOG, Epic. I'm kind of surprised GOG, even if it's only a little bit, is still ahead of the Epic launcher. 3% PlayStation Now. 12% Bethesda launcher. It's also curious to me there's only 21% Microsoft Store. It feels curiously low considering it's built into the operating system, or at least for Windows 10 and Windows 8, I guess. 3% PlayStation Now. I'm surprised that actually registered at all. I'm not exactly sure what that is. G11 actually wanting to fight. Okay, yeah. This is the shield mechanic. I really used the Microsoft Store for games, tried it once, but I wanted an account. Fair enough. I have an account because I already I had a 360, so it just remembered like that Xbox Live account counts as a Microsoft account, so it's just like, yeah, sure. I was gonna get the Game Pass on PC and try it out to see if I could get the fuck is it? What is it? Outer Worlds? Yeah, Outer Worlds. Obsidian's thing there for like the tiny Xbox Game Pass monthly sub price, but I just never had the time to get around to it, so I don't know if it's even still on there. Working on it. It's gonna be... Oh, okay, this is a split point. Strelets, Rashodoll. Yeah, these pricks. What are we doing here? Oh, it's supply line. Alright. There's the heavy heliport, that's the shit we need. This is gonna be hefty. Okay, so you'd get that, you'd connect it all the way to the command post. Still on Game Pass? Oh, sick. The first games are finally coming out of Epic exclusivity. Will anyone even remember that they were, I wonder? That's why I have your like shit fuckers A and B over here. Okay, I'm gonna presume if you don't have the supply line in 5, yeah, okay, S rank is within 4 turns, so if you haven't beaten it by 5 turns, you lose. That's gonna be a bit tight. Oh yes, you cunts are shielded, aren't you? There's nothing else for it. Need that heavy heliport. I did not hear about Archetype Entertainment, I don't think. What about them? Actually, take that point, this one, and okay, now that's a lot shorter than I expected. Everyone eat shit. And we need someone up here to defend that. Actually take that. Maybe. The dispensables. Yeah, I'll swap back just in case. It was 3. That was technically KSG's win. Be fair. Alright, you take that. Alright. Big guns. No, come on. Yeehaw. Alright. Oh, you're also in range. Fuck yeah, go for it. It's time to bully. Are you active? You are active. Oh, they walked out of range, Jen. Okay. Ah, right. I see. Boom. So yeah, you see the white meter? White meter is the shield. That laser didn't hurt too much, at least. The white meter is the shield meter, and basically, however much percentage that is, the shielded enemy reduces all damage taken by that. The only way to break shields is to hit them with hawk fire, so this giant fuck off artillery just overloads the shield and destroys it. Nah, you can start Catching shit. Unless they capture HQ, I hope that doesn't just break your brain. We went out of fucking range. Great. This is gonna suck. The BGM's range is shorter than the Mordor or the AGS. I probably should use the AGS for that. But it was only like 2 nodes I heard. Or I know. Alright, no, that is 3. Fuck it. The angle of the map just fucks with me. This is actually kind of tricky to get the 2 turn on. And get the supply line on. Bunch of Bioware vets at the company find a new one. One was lead writer for KOTOR and Mass Effect 1 and 2. The first game will have a science fiction setting, sticking to what they know at least. Yeah, that is sadly I don't know. I feel like if they have been, they previously worked under EA and they left Bioware while it was under EA, they probably know better than any of us just how bad that is. How bad that really is to be. Keeps annoying me. I don't know what more I can do about this goddamn encoding short is getting a better capture card. So fuck it, whatever. These things will just have to be fidgety, and I hope the record just ends up better than the stream. I presume the encoding is bitching only about the stream. Who knows, it could be bitching about both. Oh, you're in range. That's fine. Alright. Fucked as you are, you can still easily lock this down. I hear a little kitty cat. Hello. I do like they go through their whole setup animation again after they've moved. Or just piecing their gear together and then getting into place. I mean, it has happened before. I guess it depends on what experience they had at EA and how desperate they are, but I feel like in general, ones who've worked at EA have just, for the most part, just gone, okay, I'm out. I say that, but this way, either way we do it, we'll have a full line to the fucking thing. And if this ends up going the other way, I will just, if it ends up going the 5-turn way, then we'll just, fucking next time prioritize this side of the map instead of getting to the heavy heliport. I mean, it really wasn't just a meme, really, because even 10 years ago people knew, and that was always, cycled. I remember the images of, like, here's, like, all the, the logos of all the studios EA killed. And, like, 10 years ago, they had already killed, like, they were near or about to kill Maxis. And they had killed, like, not all just the 90s ones, but they'd killed someone else at that point. Okay, that's 1 turn. It will be 2 turns at the end of this, and that will hopefully count as the successful 2 ending. And not the 5-turn one. Okay, it should, because it has 2 here instead of turn 4 up there, so that should be a success. And the other half. Please let me scroll them up. Oh, good, we're gonna have to go repair. Wait, that's an ending. Did I fuck it up then? Oh, okay. Transport's taken down. Alright, so turn too slow. And they're like, "Rrr." Okay, so we get a different lie cutscene each chapter. So 4 and 6 has something. Well, at least at the bad end knocked it. It's always a wee bit finicky but hard decides which timer counts. Wait. Did that? It just unlocked that. Did I proc both endings at the same time? Or not both endings, but both outcomes? Fuck it, alright, I won't argue. Just to make... I'll just repair everyone with emergency repair in the mission. Just, you know, not to risk getting locked out of this in case it's actually a glitch instead. Well, I guess if that's the case, that might answer it in that yes, you can actually proc both outcomes at the same time. Or maybe it's like a thing where, like, if you get that ending, it just unlocks the other way for you, because it's like, ah, well, you fucked it, but here you go. Like, the turn, it did say, like, supply line 2 turn and on turn 4. It didn't count over to turn 5. Yet. So I don't know. Why is everyone hate me? More robot philosophy. Time to pop open the cold one with the boys. Oh good. What are you able to unleash in this? Hawkfire solves all problems. It's a fucking big fuck off missile. Heavy ordnance core. They done the kept you waiting hotline. We really are just... This is the new Metal Gear. This is it. That's the secret. That's why I love it. Oh, okay. I get nervous about you, man. You like a number of people in my social circles, you sometimes find cursed things and bring them to my doorstep. So, I just phrases that just make me nervous among people. It's still very nice. Get drunk while watching a Gun Girl game. This is the second time. This is also like the fucking Black Ops T-Doll saying this now. Which makes me deadly curious where the hell we got these. They just kind of happened in between Singularity and this. I mean, I guess I outdropped them some nukes. Maybe I outdropped those fucking big fuck-off cannons and cruise them on them. Time to go see Python. Our ringleader. I don't know, I believe in you. I believe you'll find a way. You'll find some like special drinking technique to just mix it go. There she is. There's Python, like the top priority limited drop. There's Mark 12, that's right. The only one missing is 9A, not A9A, A91. And there she is. Speaking of getting drunk. It looks just a bit nastier than the usual boss units. Just a bit. Ruin a perfectly good drink. I mean, you can tell she's in command because fucking look at her. I'll send them over. Bald face out the fourth wall. You will need these. Do it. Beer or Bailey's is called an Irish car bomb, which is probably the worst drink I ever tried in my life. That sounds pretty accurate to the name, then. Oh, good. More cunts. Okay, there's only one of them, at least. That's a doppelsolder, or however you pronounce it. Fandom calls them Gundams, and they were gigantic pricks in the A11, and I don't doubt they're gigantic pricks here. Hello, what's your deal? Power charge. That bodes well. Okay, so it's get the supply line. Alright. However, which way you want to do it. And for the Doppel, I'm going to send these ones out. I might send these ones after the boss too, because they're pretty much the strongest AR SMG team that I have. Numbers can be a bit deceptive. Let's go with the BGM again, because they have raw power.
戦場の隅々まで漂わせますわ。
You are going to turn on your taunt just in case. No, no. No, yeah, leave it on. Yeah, I'll do. Oh, I kind of wish it didn't go there. Because that thing might walk over to you then. Okay, good. No, the boss is on the fucking supply line. Yeah, that thing sucks. A lot. Paradox said they want to become less dependent on Steam and they polish the last game on good old games. Hey! Yeah, that thing fucked up that room. Okay. Oh, that also took that fucking heliport from us, goddammit. Yeah, I'm gonna send you in. I didn't bring the hawk along, god damn it. Well, they might lose this just to shoot my own shit. Oh no, actually. I guess the airstrike fairy also breaks shield? Oh no, she's the different shield run. You weren't too bad. I was expecting a big fucking cannon blast there, but it was just heavier bullets, looks like. And I guess she just didn't have a shield. Oh, well, fuck yeah, let's just go straight in. Shit. Oh well. Supply line will have to be next turn then. Yeah. Can you take those? I don't think you can take those. Granted, it has a very small shield, but... Step aside, actually, so never mind. Fuck it. It's bullying of the finest order. And that one's gonna walk over and immediately break this, or not. That's also cool. I'm a little baffled that that boss didn't have an actual shield then, and if it did, I don't think it did, because I didn't hear anyone say that airstrike fairies could break shields, and I feel like someone would tell me. Flippy SMG is P90. She is the ultra rare. No, she's not. No, she is. She's the ultra rare for the SMG class. And she is incredibly good. Her whole gimmick is she puts up like hologram shields that each have like can take like 3 bullets worth of damage each. And you know, they're basically just complete shitfuckers, essentially. She also has very high evasion. She's just generally very good. She was also one of the stars of the Halloween event story. turns out bigger gun is always the answer. We didn't even use the Hawk for the actual boss. I'm gonna have to get used to actually using them, because I forgot to just bring the BGM along for that one. Yay. It was so surprising that it actually broke the radio screen effect. Well, you're the boss, say what you want. Python would be an exceptionally good choice to have on the front line. The Expendables. Sweet. Alright, let's go repair everyone out here. Because everyone's taking a bit of a pounding. Oh, minor ones over here. I'm not doing that. Let's go collect my bullshit. What have I got? 2 of these, good. No, I think that's one underneath what I need. This is a load of shit. We don't actually know. They haven't said anything about recruiting the Nitos yet. But I feel like it's not far of a stretch, because like this storyline already shows the Nitos being hacked by, I presume, AK-12. So if they can be hacked, presumably we could steal them. And that would be pretty fucking sick if they have big giant cannons like that one we fought. Presumably they would do better under our control than theirs. But, you know, if that's like a thing on the line, that's probably for the far future. By far future, I mean like probably like an event, 2 events on down the line on the Chinese and Korean servers. Would it be neat to have them though? I'm just fucking excited for when the event that gives us Sanguis capture rolls around though, because I do just want like fucking Sanguis squads. That'll just tickle me. Why? Something's in here. Yeah. She's upgrading my radio by beating on with a giant mech. God bless her. Well, I've got shit. Go. Get me. I need like 1 chunk for the mortar, and that will get over like the fucking line to 3-star upgrade. I know you're in training, but can I check? I can't fucking check while you're in training. How many of those do I have? 3. Is 3 enough? Because that will complete NTW's neural upgrade. Let's see, I say spent. She's at mod 2. She has her skills, she's at mod 2, which means I've done... Had 2. I got 2 more in... I think I got 4 more in chapter 1. I spent 2 and 3. Okay, no, I think I'm gonna need 2 more actually. For it to matter. So we beat on. Thunder, yeah. This is the other thing you can do, Hawks, is structure, like building destruction. Is this gonna be our choice? Fight enemies versus rescue? Good job, everyone. You're all as bad as each other. No one was listening to 4AK-74. I saw an interesting YouTube video about world building. Guy seemed like a moron. Kept saying how he is a pretentious game journalist. Okay. Mass Effect has a good world because it's not built around the main story. It's its own world and the main story takes place in it. I feel that. That's it. I'd say that's like a good perspective if you're like... it is a good perspective. The main thing to be worried about is getting caught up in the details. That's usually what condemns like world building experiments. That's like why like Star Wars is like fucking shit. Is because it kept getting caught up in like the details and not making anything new, just writing like lots of, extraneous stupid crap about the few characters they did have. Like you can't have like worlds of like fuck tons of detail. Like Lord of the Rings is like the example. Pardon me. But you need to be careful about how you use it. Like, for all the detail that Lord of the Rings has and that world has, the world of Middle-earth, only the stuff that only ever comes out in the story is basically only ever, like, the stuff you only ever find out about in Lord of the Rings itself is only stuff that's relevant, really. For the most part. Everything to do with Tom Bombadil is just kind of for giggles. Hold me a sec, I need to clear my nose. Whew. Alright. Yeah, basically. You also shouldn't get caught up in those details. Like, world rules are important and you should hang on to them, of course, but like... She has a diary. That's adorable. And she hides it too. Yep. Okay, C's command post to forego rescue, which will just be a bad end. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, that fucking thing. And that fucking thing. Where do you go to? Oh, that's not gonna affect any of our shit right now. We have our work cut out for us, goddamn. Because that's basically just you can't touch any, you can't spawn from those heliports, that's fine. So, this thing, rocket launcher, this is basically an enemy hawk. Essentially. And, that thing, an anti-air turret, just locks down heliports. You can't spawn from them, you can't retreat from them. I think you can resupply from them still, maybe you can't. And there's a ferry called the Parachute Ferry that lets you warp to other heliports, even ones you don't own when it's maxed out. Which I haven't done yet because priorities. And you can't use that to warp to these. Well, one of these is like, you know, any heliport in range of this fucking thing. And what's better is that we can't touch these things directly, so we're gonna need the Hawks to go punch a big fucking hole through here. While everyone contends with dealing with this crap. Alright, well. You know, GM is like that. He always comes with some crazy details and then absolutely wants his players to find out about them. It's a fine line to walk, because he's like, especially in a tabletop thing where like people are interacting, he'll be like, I want them to see the fucking thing, but and you might be like, well, I don't want to make this the fucking thing like part of the main thing because then it will feel forced or whatever. I want it to seem natural, but it can be awkward to do. Alright. You two have to just run rampant through here. Godspeed. Alright. Enemy command. Where is that, by the way? Yep, they're marked. Okay, it's there. That's actually pretty close. We should be careful about that. Oh well, no rest for the wicked. Chance it. That just kind of tickled. I guess the first one will just be nice to us, at least. If I remember right, buildings are like how easily destroy buildings is determined by the Pierce stat of your Hawk, which is also the stat that determines shield breaking. And among Hawks, the single best shield breaker of the highest Pierce stat is the BGM, so they come again. Although that range of 3 would have been nice if I used the AGS. Well, we got our line. Fucking... Good. These fucking... Do you have shields? Please touch them and see. Heavy armor, force shield. Good. They all do. So we also need the cart a Hawk all the way out there. This is where you just have the AGS. Alright. we do this. Get you in here. Can you just... Yes, you can. Ah, and they just killed it in one. I don't suppose that's within 2 square range, is it? No. It visibly isn't, but I was hopeful. Alright. Yeah, I mean, they are all gun names. It is kind of the thing. I don't know if it's just me, but I keep track of them well enough. Maybe it's like A, from playing it for a while, but it's also kind of like... Maybe I'm just used to the gun names, I don't know. You know, we're not actually doing a supply line thing, so you know what, fuck it. Get adventurous. Actually, I guess the main thing there is keeping enough spaces to see some of these heliports. Okay, so these are just going to patrol around her menacingly. Yeah, sure, turn like the fire support off for that actually, so we save their shots. Getting them to a heliport is going to be a wee bit awkward from here. One, two, three. Actually, if the prevent nothing spawns out of that one, you could park the Hawk on there, and then... No, that's too risky. Get them into support range. Hopefully that one on that command post just stays, but I should turn that off. Whatever, we only need another shot. And worst comes to worst, I will just spawn another Hawk and have them march in. Let's have a gander. And OBS Twitch chat. Let's see, did I get that in one go? I did actually, fuck no. Go me. What do we got? Firefox. Why are you installing updates now? Come on. I just opened you like a minute ago. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Play trailer. Oh wow, look at that animation though. The pixel art is pretty good. I will say this looks very much like Hyper Light Drifter. With that, oh, that pause screen, the quit screen animation, though. Yeah, right, this game looks fucking gorgeous. Like, goddamn. Unsighted. Release date 2020. Soundtrack, the trailer music at least is pretty good too. Art and ending. Fair. That is pretty. That does look pretty good. We can have another hawk. Preemptively preparing in case that fucking big asshole comes wandering. We actually are going to do the second hawk thing about it. So we will have to take down this fucking thing. Now we have enough shot for like one more hit. Well, for now. I guess this guy just does the ring around the roses. Yep. Actually, if you go here, you go there. Is that not... You straight up not kill that? Do we have to retreat them out the fucking... That's curious. I guess we just have to retreat them out the fucking... Out the fucking front door. Like, not front door, like around the back. That's gonna be aggravating. Oh, it's not one. I'll get that in there. And for good measure. I haven't equipped anyone thinking about it with the chips that you can use to buff their stats so their numbers are a wee bit lower than they really should be. I want to see some magic. Double hawk. When you really want things fucking dead. Good video, like sub-pixel animation. I don't actually know, I haven't heard the term before actually, honestly, so that would actually be pretty good to find. If you have the video still, you can like beam that at me. Alright, they're out. We can't retreat them. No, we can resupply at these. Deployment nodes, that makes sense. Alright, well, you're just gonna have to fight your way out. I don't know why the music stopped. DM goofed, I suppose. Take all of them at once. Nothing can spawn and get you, making everyone here perfectly safe. I don't know.
回の勝利は優秀と言えるのだろうか。
Alright. Oh! Oh, I skipped over because I was kind of like, oh, I'm not going to get anything. That was a stroke of luck. That was Thunder, who I already have from Singularity because she's a limited drop there. But she's also the limited drop for this map. Stream luck, it's real. As ever, it's real. Oh, just you wait till we find the next Python map. Like another minute. Ooh. Okay. One sec. Alright. Well, I had to be mute silence. I also sent a message to David because he was, you know, quipping about how stream luck will kick in and give me a Python during the stream. You don't own a Piranha Bytes game on Steam, which is a requirement. That's oddly specific. Well, I sort of get rewarding people who have bought your shit before and supporting them and all. It would instill more confidence if you just kind of released it a bit more widely. Even if it was like you had like request for, like, you know, you put an email in on a site or whatever to get and request a copy or a key or whatever. I don't know, based on what you said to me earlier in the week about how like people reporting all the comedy and the humor has been stripped out for generic RPG shit, I don't know if you should really be hopeful for it. THQ has nothing to do with Piranha Bytes. That just makes it weirder. So it's not a reward. Well, yeah, no, that just kind of makes it weirder, then. There's Mark 12. We've seen A91, so we haven't found the Python map yet, have we? Yeah. And any before that are gonna be... yeah, okay. It won't stop. I mean, that actually makes a good amount of sense, thinking about it, when you put it like that. Ah, she didn't get to take her diary. Borderlands is getting a movie? Like, actually getting a movie, or just like, oh, they sold a script to someone getting a movie? That's gonna be fucking trash fire. Well, maybe not. I think like this is one instance where like not a movie not keeping too strictly to the source material would actually probably benefit it. In that maybe movie comedy writers won't be as hideously bad as the game comedy writers. The Gearbox have. Eli Roth? Eli Roth. So it's gonna be weirdly, uncomfortably violent and gory. And there's just gonna be a moment where all humor just goes out the window as someone just, like, bites into someone and viscerally rips flesh from them or some shit. I can't help but feel like that's a hideous mismatch. Not that Eli Roth movies don't have jokes here and there, but they're never very good. At least in the ones I've seen. I haven't seen, his whole catalog or anything. That's a fucking comical line. Python said, "My firepower isn't much help," when she actually has the single highest firepower of any handgun. So much so that her firepower reaches into like AR and rifle tier DPS with the right setup. They were going on their like a. I think I actually do remember that because they were going on a big buying spree. I did remember hearing that they got the Gothic license, but I don't remember hearing they bought Piranha. That makes sense. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, when they were just buying up like the entirety of the entirety of Europe's game development scene just to own it. I wonder how much of this is like cheeky references to people only like having tons of dolls that only ever go on logistics or expeditions, which is definitely true of me as anyone. I suppose it is also just the way. The The whole, like, we can be backed up so memories are more precious than actually being alive thing is very interesting. The way it changes perspective between these characters with that. Thought it was going to be easy. You think 416 would know by now nothing's ever easy, because every single mission she's in, something goes hideously wrong. Luigi's rolled onto his back. Oh. It is pretty hard to beat someone who can just become invincible for 5 seconds at a time. Oh, what's up with you? Oh, he's fidgeting to get comfy. You're about to do something fucking stupid. Let's go with option 3. Didn't really like indecisive to me. Just military's left someone standing around. Are there any double-barreled shotties in this game? I think there is at least one. I'll go look at her after this, because I do have her. There's at least one, I'm pretty sure. I do know, actually, there is a quad barrel shotgun. It's not on the English server yet, but there is a quad barrel shotgun called Liberator, who comes out at some point. So there must be more than one double barrel, and I'm just not realizing, because most of them are single barrels, like SPAS 12 and AA 12. Rescue the hostages, or forego rescue. Alright. Okay. Once again, that's another one of those fucking AA posts we can't reach. Command post is fairly well defended, but... So... Well, Jesus. That doesn't bode well. Oh, there's Thompson. Getting through Wooden isn't going to be too hard. Either way you do it. See, the 2 force shields are just running through a whole field of little shits. Actually, before we do that, though, let's go over a gander. All I'm thinking of is you, if I'm right. Nah, I think that's a single barrel, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's a single barrel. Sound 1 and 2 and withstand new order old blood came out in Google games. Hey. 500 is single. Single. I don't even want to use it as a double barrel, surely. You can never buy less games. There's no end to less games. I don't. Maybe there isn't a double barrel. I would have thought it was her, but I can't see her coming from this side, so fuck it, I don't know. Yeah, everyone's just got the same shit, really. Can't even see your gun. They're also a single. Yeah, they're all just single ones, it looks like. So, no double barrels, at least. I don't have a double barrel, is probably a better way to put it, because I'm missing a few shotguns. Thinking about it. At least they are. That's true, they're not massive RPGs. I would easily recommend Dishonored. I haven't played Dishonored 2 myself, but I would easily recommend Dishonored 1. That is a very fun game. And it does pick up enough from its thief genetics to be worth a romp. It doesn't exactly get everything right, and it does have some design issues of its own, namely that if you're doing a pacifist run, most of the tool set is completely fucking useless to you. You can, like, pacifist run is just kind of like... It's more like most of your tool set is for killing people. So... But it does do a lot of interesting things. I did genuinely like playing it. Haven't played Dishonored 2. Might at some point. We'll think about it. I don't know. Oh shit. At least if there is a double barrel, I don't have them. Yeah. That was actually the one thing that Metal Gear as a series was really good at. And it got better as it went on. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 were kind of bad about like having weapon variety, like actual take people out things variety. But you did have a wide range of tools that you could use that were pretty much explicitly for non-lethal use, for like, you know, distracting people, disabling people, disguising yourself. Just the eating stealth in general was very well done. And then Metal Gear Solid 4 actually introduced a whole wide range of like non-lethal counterparts to lethal weapons, or like non-lethal ammo for lethal weapons and shit, like sandbag or air slugs for like shotguns and shit, which was glorious because A, the way they punched people about was fucking great, and B, it just meant you could use a shotgun even when you were being stealthy pacifist, man. Yeah, it is weird that way. The thing is, the game is designed very well for before its pacifist run, there's actually like a lot of neat things that come about from playing purely passive, like purely a pacifist. And the game does have a challenge run that is actually fairly easy to do as pacifist, where you don't upgrade, well, not upgrade, but you don't use anything other than your knife and the basic teleport ability you start with. I say knife. You can use any item. Yeah, it was challenging for using no magic other than your basic teleport, which you have to use to get around some levels, or to get to some places. But you could use all your tools, and it was like, that was very fun, and the game is pretty fun to do. But your non-lethal options are basically just, you can choke people, you have the teleport, and you can blow wind at people, and there is a sleep dart, and that's about it. Everything else is some variety of murder. And there is quite a lot of varieties of murder. I don't know if 2 did any better on that front, but that was a very common criticism of 1. So I'd be surprised if it didn't. Alright, how do I want to do this? Oh wait, no, that's a one-way. So we actually have to go the lower way and punch back through the big pile of shits. Alright, well. Maybe best odds of taking out the Rashodoll arrows very quickly. You. And up here is just gonna be bullying. And the post is all the way over there, it's out of our way. Don't have to give a shit about it. The mech shotguns are underrated. The nice thing about Metal Gear Solid 4 was it also actually modeled the beanbag and all, so after you shot someone in the face, you got to see it fall to the ground and roll about and shit. Which was nice. I don't remember Metal Gear Solid 5 enough to... It did have a lot of non-lethal options, like a ton of non-lethal options, more so than any of its past counterparts, but I don't remember if it had any like really fun or wacky weapons and shit like that. Alright, well, you're just gonna kinda have to run through this, so fuck it. Oh, it fucking follows them. Okay. Well, AR-15 took a pony, but at least we know. That's actually a good squad to send this way, then. Because AR-15 doesn't give... Well, M4 it doesn't really mind people running away, I should say. She has the fastest, like, quick-draw rocket launcher in the West. Just instantaneously up shooting it, you're dead. I have been... Oh good, one of them spawned on the heliport. It's gonna bounce off of Thompson. So we'll lower her HP by 1 or 2 nodes. It's fine, we're about to get her. We're gonna need someone to sit on the command post to keep it safe though. That's gonna be you. I don't see them trying to encircle the command post. No one there, so shit, stop that.
誰も私を倒せない。ただ戦いに
Just
勝つ
that last pause before the final attack. Let's see. I would have to set up an emulator for Metal Gear Solid 1. Because my PS3 is on the blink. And I won't be able to replace it for a bit because of money.
復讐だ。
Uh...
そうはさせない。今だ M4。私の動きをよく見てろ。
Metal Gear Solid 2, that's also on. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 are also PS3, god damn it.
やりました。
The one, like, easy remaster cross-gen port that didn't happen was fucking Metal Gear Solid HD. That annoys me. You didn't take the... Like, when you sit on that, you're meant to just automatically resupply. Fucking whatever, fine.
復讐だ。正義が勝つ。諦めろ。お前たちの証拠は
God.
M16 姉さん。
Every so often I forget that exists and everything feels a bit happier and then I remember.
復讐だ。お前の罪を数えろ。諦めろ。お前たちに証拠はない。
I do have the, because I watched someone's Let's Play, Chip Cheesem on YouTube's Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 5, and his style is being very in-depth and covering a lot of mechanics and doing fun things with them and all. Which, you know, is great for the like Metal Gear as a series in general. And he made me appreciate Metal Gear Solid 5 a lot more than I did when I first played it. I'll say that much. I do have the urge to go back and actually fuck around with it. Yeah, that was what they did after Kojima left. Like, pretty much instantly after I left, they made Metal Gear Survive, and it's just rehashed, recycled assets from Metal Gear Solid 5, lazily slopped over the place without any visual polish or anything useful. And it's just a very, very bad, quote-unquote, survival game. And it's just kind of embarrassing in every single respect. And then, you know, Metal Gear has just been quiet ever since. It's just been silent. I don't think for long. I think they'll, you know, like, Konami is going to start farming the series. They'll have, like, someone in-house trying to, like, continue the series without anything that makes it special. Or they're just gonna, like, you know, farm remakes out the people. Which, depending on who takes it, is either gonna be, like, fine, really good, or just fucking deplorable. The people, like, whoever was running fucking... Huh. So, if you abandon... If I'm reading that right... If you don't do the defense properly, you can actually go like this map, that map, and then come back to... Or is that node? No, wait, that's just the node from the other chapter. Never mind them. I see. But there is a line connecting that. Interesting. Yeah, like, for what, like, if the rumor goes, or rumor, like, the word goes that some executive at... Like, at the top of Konami really fucking hated Kojima. It wasn't just because it wasn't really sensible business to like demolish Kojima Productions and kick him out. It didn't make any business sense, especially since Metal Gear Solid 5 was like the best-selling Konami game in general, or some shit. They made like all of its money back and then several times over very quickly, despite every motherfucker going like, "Well, you see, these games don't make money anymore. It's very expensive and they need microtransactions." Turns out, no, that's not true. It never is. Because it's always horseshit and lies. I remember people saying that before in the run up to Metal Gear Solid 5. Because there's some people who are so fucking desperate to shit on Kojima that they will just make like no sense and just become like full tilt like corporate bootlickers just to try and one up him. It's weird. But yeah, like, whoever it was, really legitimately seemed to fucking hate him and everything he stood for and built. So, you know, like, kicked him out, kicked out most of the people on that team, treated everyone horribly, put them all into, like, shithole positions, like, you know, demolished all the teams, shut down the multiplayer-focused Los Angeles team, who were just like newly established, like brand new, before they could even really do anything. They're out the fucking door. Fucking immediately shadow their franchise with a fucking embarrassment that doesn't make any goddamn sense to have made in any level. It's ridiculous. Now Death Stranding came out, sold several million, and it's like, you know, he's basically like, hasn't slowed down really. It's just kind of like, haha. You don't know what you have till you lost it. Basically exactly that, yeah. I'm still stunned by like the reports of how like, even as BioWare were making this, you know, multi-million, like tens of millions, over $100 million project for EA, like Anthem. EA would not give them any sort of fucking support for this goddamn thing they were telling me they had to make. Like, no support for help with Frostbite, nothing to get it actually running or anything, just left them fucking hanging. Because they were like, well, we gotta put all our resources into FIFA because that's where the money is. It's kind of like, what about the fucking, like, $100 million project, or whether it's been in development for, like, a decade, half a decade? Doesn't matter. You can just fucking hang for all they care. And then, you know, you look at EA's financials and you just kind of notice that even if they're still making money, they're not ultimately making a lot because they spend so fucking much on development and everything else, and they don't have a lot in reserve, and it's kind of like, yeah, like I'm kind of seeing some problems with your purported business model here. Oh, here. That was like, that's specific. There's actually a very good specific example of that, and that was Resident Evil 6, which had like a 600-person development team that didn't need that many people in any way, shape, or form. 600 fucking people made that goddamn mess. And then when it sold like fucking 6 million copies, it wasn't enough to break even because they had 600 people developing on it. Well, not developing, but like doing all kinds of the work on it. Like, it's fucking... I remember before Monster Hunter World, like this was when Monster Hunter 4 came out, or 4U, one of them came out. Producer of the Monster Hunter team, rather candidly in an interview, expressed frustration with how Capcom just kept like fucking, what is it? Yeah, basically just it kept putting too many people on development. He complained about how like the team is too big, so when I say something that needs to be changed or done, it has to pass through like several people to get to where it needs to be. And that like slows development down, like it just increases the time taken, which increases the cost and all the rest of it. It's kinda like, fucking, no wonder people keep fucking like, companies keep complaining this costs too much money. They're all fucking stupid. They don't know how to run their own goddamn businesses. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I think about like the size of these things, and then I reflected on the fact that in work I'm working on like the system that controls the like provisioning and sale of like numbers and like connections and shit, manages like who has what connections and what customers go where on like the full broadband and telecommunications network of Ireland, like the island of Ireland. Because it's, you know, like that's the project we do and work, and like the dev team for this thing, including me, is like 14 people. Like you think about that and then you compare it to like stuff like, you know, like Resident Evil 6 needing 600 people, and it's like there's no fucking way in hell. No way in hell. Like not at all. You need that many people. Like different things entirely, I know, but like, you do not need that many people for that sort of thing. I did hear Anthem are getting completely remade, and I fully expect it not to be a free update for previous players because it's EA. I fully expect EA to like charge money for this full remake or something. It's gonna be like an expansion for old players, and they're just gonna replace all active copies on the market with Anthem Chronicles or something. And this is absolutely what they're gonna do because it's EA. Why would anything nice ever happen? Right next to. Unlike Team 4-4, no one here wants to die. I fully respect that Thompson was about to fucking shoot someone. Managed to save their teammates. And all with a command module. Who the hell needs them, really? Thompson herself, if it's the same one from like the night missions, is a bit of a lunatic. In her night chapter, she at one point basically just hands like a pyromaniac like a whole fucking cache of grenades and just says, "Have fun. Just create a distraction. Go nuts. Doesn't matter what you do or break. Just have it." So I'm not surprised she just likes anyone who's murderously good at their job. It was nice seeing a lot more of the T-Dog cast outside of like the main, like the main 8, or I guess 10 now. I would be surprised if any of them do turn up in future events or anything. Outside of little side ones like Halloween and Christmas and all. Sure, they can't. That's an abject lie, considering the situation you're in. That's a bit tragic, I feel like. I'm imposing my cultural hegemony on you. It's fucked. They've all been under intense bombardment. MP40. Well. Not the right kind of objective. It's become a whole buddy cop movie. For how much they talk about this enemy artillery, it doesn't really get up to much. Considering it hasn't been able to crush any of these bases yet. Alright. No one left behind. Until it tells me it's a bad ending. Alright. Fuck, this is a big one. The enemy command post is right there, which tells me that's probably the bad end considering how fucking easy that is to reach and do. Heavy helipad might be able to shoot that artillery, maybe. There is a big git sitting on that too, to be fair. Pardon me. Another heavy down there. There's a radar in day? Why do we have a radar on a day map? Unless it's for a plot thing. Provided none of them move, she's fine. If they all do move, she's kind of fucked. We'd have effectively 4 turns to get over there, which could do with enough screaming. I wonder if it would be that easy, Emily. Even among English speakers, like dialect, local, dialect, like local, vernacular, all the rest of it changes, even within like the same country and the same regions, just by culture, by community. For as much as we have similar, even here in Northern Ireland, like the 2 different communities have their own slang, their own vernacular, their own ways of saying things. Some ways it would be nice though. No one left behind. Are you force? You're gonna be force shielded, aren't you? Bitch. Alright. The command post is actually a bit harder to reach. You'd have to take the left path entirely to get there. Didn't realize that. Fuck. Why do you keep putting me in the hell corners? Didn't realize this wee node, red one there, actually wasn't connected to the white one next to it. I mean, it would be. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there. No, we don't have any heavy shit, so fuck it. Okay, now they killed it, it's fine. I'm actually having to consider where everyone's standing outside of, like, boss super attacks now. How dare you, making me use my brain and having to think. See, every spawn we have here is another AP we have next turn. Are they gonna run into her? One did. Yeah, okay, yeah, they are gonna run into her. So now it's just time to run screaming. Some are very weak compared to German dialects. Well, it's not just like accent, I suppose. Because even within accents, you can like get some weird variation. Granted, I don't know German dialects. I don't know how fucking wild they get, but there are some like bizarre English ones, especially when you start getting this shit like Singaporean English. Is it Singaporean English? I think it's Singaporean English, which contorts itself in beautiful ways. Oh, I see. Should look at the map more carefully. We have to go down past this fucking... Past this fucking thing. Of course we do. We could get M4's team all the way over there to grab her. So since that one didn't actually come at us. Somehow we're not in the range of the fucking rocket launcher. It's gonna be tight. Bang. That's all you really needed them for. The Rashodoll shields, at least for now, are not like very easy to contend with. But there's only one of them. Yep. And yet, I'm gonna actually have the BGM support on that one anyway. So just fucking run for it. I mean, it's good that it tasted nice at least. Usually when there's a story like that, it's like, well, you know, the thing ends up toxic slop. Now that can't speak in your city counts as its own language. It's literally impossible. Oh, fuck. Strong French and Dutch influences. I guess the reason is the UK didn't have any foreign borders. I mean, I suppose. But to be fair, like, when the further you get afield from, like, the home UK, like, English dialects pervert a lot. Like, Australia is actually, like, pretty different in a lot of ways. Like, I imagine any English that still lingers in India, I don't know how our English is, like, taught. It's taught over there, I know, but I don't know if it's, like, actually used culturally anywhere over there, considering. English is perceived as a German dialect by many Germans. That's funny. That's very funny. Every time I move them, they just punch through these fucking things, shields, and end their lives anyway. Might have been a bit zealous in this run. It won't take much to get, like, Echelon 4 right there close enough to them. I do know that, yeah, like, English is... Didn't know Low German specifically, but I do know it had, like, English ties, not English, German roots, German ties. It's the common fun fact about the language. Don't really give a shit about the S ranks at this point. Like, I won't be using any of these stages to grind for like limited drop dolls, for instance, because they're all significantly longer, significantly more involved than the Chapter 1 maps, and drop rates don't really vary anyway, so... Not too much point in it. I could have just put her back on that supply box point, but considering the one in the last mission didn't go off, it makes me think they either changed that or I misremember about how it works, or... Pardon like the white flashes when this team fights, by the by. That's AK-12 opening her eyes and just blinding the world. Actually, the way it's clear now, I can just run them back and get them into the heliport. Well, basically clear. It's called a regulect. Or it also exists in English, but doesn't really have the same meaning. That's interesting. So what does it mean in both languages then? Like, learning it, if only to preserve it, would be something, at least, I'd say. Learning it to continue using it is a different matter. I guess it depends how much the local culture feels like it's really, like, indicative of them or whatever. I remember hearing, I forget what it was like some indigenous tribes language. I forget where they were from. It might have been Australia. Like, one of the last people who knew how any of it spoke refused to actually tell anthropologists and shit how it actually, like, you know, refused to teach them, basically, with the reasoning that some things are meant to die, and, you know, like, if considering he was like one of the last ones to know how to use it, that means it was dying out, so just let it be. that is the way. I don't remember what language it was, or if they ever did manage to preserve it in spite of that. Yeah, I think that's like, that stance is probably helped by probably just like the culture of the tribe and all. I imagine like cultures that are a lot more about, you know, harmony with nature and such probably aren't as attached to preserving their history or anything like that. Exploratory attack. Right now, I didn't actually check who won this. Well, there's her. And again, in the chapter 1's better. For like easier grinding. If only because I don't have to deploy hawks and don't have to eat resources as much. Well, we're here. Give me. How much longer are you in training? A whole hour. I might just tap her out of that with like a quick training contract because I do want. I mean, it's only like 10 to 11 now. And I don't have work tomorrow. I almost said school. I don't have work tomorrow. It's Friday now. I might just let her go and do it naturally and preserve the quick training contracts when I need to speed up her training. Actually, on that note, I am going to go take a piss. So, be right back. In like a minute or so. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I actually had to take a shit, so. Let's see. In English, it basically just means dialect of a region's radiolect. Like, these things happen, okay? You don't feel it. Well, I don't feel it when I get up to go to the toilet, and then it just happens, and it's kind of like, oh well, shit, literally. English radiolect means dialect of a region, making an almost useless word. You need to say any dialect instead. You specify it's not a national dialect. In German, it means it's fusion of multiple dialects in a larger region, often influenced by a standard. So everyone can easily communicate with each other, which has no effect of globalization, which causes dialects and languages of few speakers to die out. Oh, pardon me. Radiolect is a weaker dialect spoken in a larger region. It's often just the standard language pronunciations from the dialects that are originally spoken in that region, and maybe a few phrases and words from the original dialects. For example, German for umbrella is Regensturm. Yes, that's the best shot I can take at that. In the local dialect, it would be parapluie. Skirm. Squirm. I'm just being insulting at this point. The parapluie from the French word parapluie. But parapluie. But with the radiolect that everyone in my generation speaks, it's Regensturm, which is just standard German with a slight accent. Oh. Funny how that works out. There it is. Hello. Luigi got up when I went into the toilet and was gone for a bit. When I've been in the room and he's sleeping and I just leave and don't come back for like a minute, he just he just gets up and comes looking. He just knows he is what I'm doing. If he's too sleepy, I'll just leave it be. But sometimes, like most of the time, he'll just get up and follow. Presume everyone's fine. Yeah. Alright. Not difficulty in terms of like recommended levels also spiked a good bit. The chapter started at 10,000, we're already on 18,000. Pardon me. Secret weapon. You just had one of these around. Why were you ever in trouble? That's got like the 5-star fairy sprite. That thing's like made of titanium. I was listening to the radio and they had a thing about the situation in Hong Kong, which is pretty interesting. I've been kind of wondering how that's been going in light of like the virus and all happening at the same time. Taunt Fairy never fails. Oh. Squeaking and meowing. I wonder if he has woken up. Okay, now you probably would be hungry about it now. You also might just be feeling weird because 11's usually the time I put him out for the night. Oh dear. Wait, why did you send a Taunt Fairy to go do this job instead of just having it draw fire? Literally the point of it is to draw fire. Meow. You might be hungry, you might be bothered. It would make logical sense. Bear hug. Predictions are coming true. Most people that are rich and smart enough to do so are leaving the country. 50% of the population are planning at least 50%. God damn. Standard conversation between students is where you will move to after studying. I'm not surprised at all. Especially with recent events like kind of just revealing that for all of its power, the Chinese Communist Party can't fucking handle a disease outbreak with any sort of grace still. Even after the SARS outbreak. Given all the rest of them, not too surprised, which is a crying shame. That they're just gonna leave, really. But I guess what could they do? The perfect response. Why did you forget the iPad can just slide wherever the fuck it wants at the slightest provocation? It's the way Apple designs these things. You just give them a grease covering that makes them project themselves towards floors. Killed 7 balls. Part of it is Sanguis. I wonder who that is. English-speaking countries in the EU are most popular targets. Many want to move to Portugal because it's extremely cheap to live there compared to Hong Kong. Well, hell. There she is. As opposed to like anywhere else in Europe or just Portugal in specific? I actually remember you talking about Chinese tourists, I'm pretty sure. Along those lines. That would make a lot of sense, especially if it's already a popular place for Chinese tourists. So he sold the apartment and got a similar one in Lisbon for half that money. God damn. Well, fresh influx, I suppose. Unkillable. Even though we've been fucking murdering them. There's the cheeky follow-up. Arc. A bit different. I mean, in some ways it makes sense, doesn't it? Well, actually, no, I was thinking about it, yeah, I sort of see what you mean. Because you think because it's an established city name, you would just say it even in your own language. Let's go with Aro, where are you? Alright, what the hell have we got ourselves? Oh, good. You're back. There's a lone sop out there. She's in her mod 3 form already, actually. Even though we haven't given her a new jacket or anything. This thing's gonna be a prick, we need to take that out. What do we get with? Oh good, there's two of them. And people. I'm gonna guess there's no command post actually, so I think this is just gonna be kill all enemies, which is gonna be somewhat aggravating. It's abound Lisboa. Lisbon always kind of fucks me up because there's a place, there's like a, I guess you would call it just a town here called Lisbon. Wait, did I put everyone on? Okay, yeah, I did. Oh, nothing like the present. They both went straight for RO, that's tragic. Akin, Isla Chapelle. Look at that, that's a bit of a jump. I should probably change Echelon 1 up. I feel like FAL is probably pissed, like swap to someone a bit beefier, and I probably should tap SAA out and having us an RAR in there. But they are pretty good at fighting at night as a result. Might as well just roll someone else out here. So we have that AP in use. Fucking tank just wandering a bit. She's a grenadier, so it should mostly be fine. Mostly. She's shooting the fucking jumper instead of shooting the gits. There we go. Alright, we should go kill shit so you don't have to fight anything else. Oh, that thing just walked up to me, so I'm gonna just step away to spawn a hawk and swap in. That bastard. Just for you, I'm gonna make it the BGM. These things fucking suck. They're just so horrible to fight. Like, really horrible to fight, goddamn. Also known as Aquigrana. Goddamn. Can we spawn another? We can't. I'll walk you over there. Swap with them. Right, get fixed up, cause goddamn. Or just fucking hit everyone, that also works. What the hell is this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, this is fucked. Fuck me. Yeah, that thing just fucking destroyed everyone. Christ. Capture HQ and grab that heliport. Fuck me. I feel like they've broken the AI or something lately, because every time I do, or try to, we're gonna come back in a sec, we're just gonna fix everyone, so we can keep using them. Every time I try to use, what is it? Capture HQ, the AI just stands there and does nothing. Which is, you know, great. This thing's health isn't any lower, is it? It's because there's 3 of the fucking things. One of those fails. There you go. Rifle teams just don't give a fuck. It's a German name. The Latin name is Aquagrani. Aquagrani. Phone beeped. It's kind of wacky in that I still get like notifications from my phone even when I'm playing Girls Frontline on this, and sometimes they're accurate and sometimes they're not, without any real indicator of which ones will be or won't be. I guess because it falls out of sync, but still. You go there, you can take that. And this way we guarantee we seize this now so we can summon another hawk. Hello, Luigi. He's seeming a bit restless, which means he's probably hungry. Alright. Can you shoot that command tower down? Yes. Good. Bomb the shit out of it. End its life. A lot of courage. 416 is probably being significantly buffed for being on this mission, given that she's an important plot character at the moment. Actually, not even. We can just summon the other hawk down here. We'll try it with a taunt fairy. Take no chances with tanks. Blow that shit to pieces. Oh, don't run into that. You ran into it just fucking running us over. On English, these things basically only did like little tiny shots or just drove into you. As in VA11. They seem significantly nastier now. Hope nothing spawns from that heliport and runs into that hawk. Yeah, just to be safe. Now, while you're here, historically important Akin is, even though it's such a comparatively small city. I feel like that's more often the way than it isn't. Like, even if they're small, like, some places tend to just be, like, very important because they're, like, such pivotal parts of, like, trade routes or have some aspect to, like, some genuine tactical aspect to them in warfare or whatever. Good. We should probably fix Sop up, like, at some point. B. That's fine. Means, yeah, this is gonna be the chapter clear one, because it's giving us furniture. So where was Python? Python must be on, like, that alternate map, that alternate spot. Or maybe she just doesn't have a map in chapter 2. Which is also feasible. Before I push into that, we're A, gonna go fix people, and B, we don't need that fixed considering I fixed them all during the thing. Right. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go feed the kitty cat. So, be right back. Oh, fuck. Where are we? Oh, we're here. I was concerned about running out of data to train, like, unlimited drop dolls when I got them, but it's really not an issue. He's just handing out fucking tons of this shit as rewards. I think they know. And to be fair, it's probably intended more for, like, the new neural upgrades, the new mod 3s, but if you're a psychopath like me, you were preparing for that the moment the last ones were finished, so. And I will do again. I hit the, like, it's weird, there's like a weird hard cap on, like, the amount of memory fragments, where, like, you can only get up to 9,999 out of the, you know, the thing you do to get the more fragments, the sim. But if you get more fragments out of, like, quest rewards or expedition rewards or whatever, it actually lets you go over that limit. It's fucking weird. It's not a display issue either. It can comfortably display like 10,000 or whatever. Just fucking over you go. Out you get. Oh, pardon me. Mom left the heating on and now the house is like roasting hot and I'm just kind of sitting here sweating. Alright, let's go shit stomp this doll again. Or maybe it will actually be like the real thing this time. Is it? There's a whole other chapter. I guess as far as they know. That was a good line. I wonder if this scene changes depending on where you come into here. 31 Holy Roman Emperors were crowned here. It was the favorite place of Charlemagne, who was always considered the most important European ruler since the fall of Rome. In recent centuries, there are a bunch of important treaties that are signed here. Who are there? Which ones? Out of curiosity. Maybe that's why, like, once, like, you know, one Holy Roman Emperor was, like, crowned there, so they're like, okay, well, we better just keep doing it here. And once you have that tradition established, any future civilizations that know the Romans are going to be like, well, you know, if I want to be fucking cool, I want to do shit here too. And then that raises the thing further and all it keeps going. Surprised they didn't actually include AS Val in here as well while they're at it. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Fucking hell. Okay. What do we got? Oh, good. We got fucking abject human misery. Oh, Jesus, this is a big map. Force shield power charge. I'm thinking maybe the airstrike ferry did blow her fucking shield off last time. And whether that's intended or not, probably not. No, well, that's just fucking cursed. I'm not sure I want to punch through that way. Well, actually, the rifle team might be able to punch that apart pretty easily. With a taunt ferry. Problem is, going that way runs us through two fucking tanks. What does the other right give us? Strelets, Rashodoll arrows. Can we actually go all this way? The bottleneck out to here. You can get to above this prick. He's only one, and then you can just take 2 steps over to there and get to the... Although, that means you have a rocket launcher trained on you in that boss fight. We have a heavy heliport. We could walk a hawk all the way over there. Ended the War of Austrian Secession. You mentioned in Italia, the most important educational piece of my history. Everything I know about European history comes from Axis Powers Italia. Whatever it was called. She has nothing else with her, which kind of makes me a bit nervous. 51,000. Okay, she's playing seriously this time. That being said, just because you can walk a hawk over there doesn't mean you have to... Oh, wait, hang on. The fuck? Why is he there? They're just there? Does that mean we can steal it? Does that mean if you walk in it, you have to fight them to destroy it by hand? Actually, that's a point. No, we can't reach it. You have to blow that up. Fuck it. Let's just go. I think we'll take the long way around, because I do not want to fight that boss while there's a rocket launcher in range. It's just kill boss. Do it in 3 turns with killing an eye. Okay, so the S rank expects you to fight where the rocket launcher's there. No, I suppose you could get the Hawk 2 right in front of the boss. Shoot over her with that. So someone play Imperator Rome, and it looked pretty good, but you can't judge a Paradox game without watching someone play it for a bit. You have to get knee deep in that shit, get amongst it. Right. Yeah, we'll try the shorter, quicker. Well, shit. Suppose that was bound to happen. The game has, remember, it has a memory leak in the current form of the client. And they still haven't, they haven't patched the memory leak. So after a point, the game just crashes. It's believed to be tied to, like, it doesn't properly clean out, like, enemy units, or whatever the fuck. So, like, as you go through and adds more enemies into memory, eventually it just runs out and falls over. It takes a while on my iPad at least, so small mercies. I can't imagine playing on a phone below like my Pixel 3a. I imagine older phones here just find this to be a special kind of hell. Actually, I kind of know that because I played a new client on my iPhone 5 for a while. It actually did run better in a number of ways, and fuck me. Zoom has fun with big map. Actually, there's a tank on that side of the map too. That tank will probably come fucking hunting us. Let me see it. 2 tanks and 2 gets. I mean, that version should run on Windows 10. Considering, like, you know, they just use, like, DOSBox front ends or setup, don't they? Was that only for some games? I forget. I say DOSBox, you know what I mean. Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like, they usually have, like, this specialized shit for it. So it should be fine. I have considered, like, fucking about with VMs on my own, like, home computers. We use VMs in work. Half-Life will never be spoken about. Never. No worries, Emily. I mean, I'll be on tomorrow for a stream, so you can talk about Half-Life then. If we remember. Yes, thanks for coming out, Emily. Good night. Sleep well. Fuck it, we'll go the front door. At least the nice thing is nothing can get into our shit. And that tank's already getting, like, angling towards us, so that's not great. See you tomorrow. I should have thrown the taunt fairy up for this, honestly, even if they are just going to shit stomp it. It would have saved the handguns a wee bit of health. I tried to stab it there as they went into the fight, but it didn't happen. Yeah, let's pick like auto fairy on, fuck it. Alright, we have our encroach. I'm pretty sure I'm not reading the map wrong and we can just angle our way over to her. We just need to get the hawk within like 2 squares of that rocket thing and they can shoot at the shit. Then we can have probably Echelon 5 fight her. I'm gonna need the hawk for this. The missile and Carcano's super shot is landing at the same time. It's artisanal. Right here. Get you up. Grab that base. Mostly worked out. The laser shooting past the taunt fire is something I did not actually think about, but that makes actually, you know, sense once I see it. Yeah, we'll do like this. Don't push over. Don't get too eager. It dances. Clearly, it's priority 1. I mean, yeah. You know, if you saw that, wouldn't you shoot it first? Like, it's big and it's dancing and it's, like, spooky. What can you do? Ah, that's a fuck ton of things this moving about. It generally give me the shits. Oh, the hawk does appear on like the damage table on the side. That's funny. I guess the airstrike fairy does as well, so why wouldn't it? Oh, the beauty of having airstrike and a hawk at the same time. You bust tickled them. Okay, you did a bit more than tickle K11. It's fine. Hello, no. And just in time for the dance around setting up for a boss fight. Go over there and like pick on them for a fight. Actually, go back there and replenish. Then come down. Well, while we're fucking about over here, only them in will give us +1 AP next turn, and also we just have another team around here to fight with. And back at base, just put them there for another AP. And that will let us, if need be, guide another hawk along, but I doubt it. In part because I don't think there's any other heavy heliport I can seize. But he's not within range. Okay. Screen does get a bit messy when you have hawk, fairies, and like several echelons all in the same spots. Just a bit. I'm glad this isn't the boss that wanders. I would be very upset if it was. She still clipped G36, it's fine. Thompson just has so much HP it basically doesn't matter. He'll just stand and be shot at and just won't give a shit, really. Might as well repair up. It's not about the S ranks, it's about actually pulling it off. What's your deal? I did not mean to do that. Fuck it. Whatever. Kill him. It's fine. There's no hawk, so we're just gonna have to hope that Carcano's death blast is enough. It was. Fuck your distortion shield crap. Carcano does not care. You are big and you are within range, you'd fucking die. That's it. No questions asked. The only things it doesn't work on are bosses. Because of course. Alright, let's try this. Walk the tiny fluffy babies down. Up in front. Okay, you took out the artillery, that's good. Alright, run away. Alright, I put my faith in you. Echelon 5. Godspeed. Go fuck wild. Doing pretty good. I'm glad it's the weekend, really. More than anything. Yep, she's gone. Here she goes. Oh, she creates this death holes. Okay. She loves MP7. I actually clipped her, goddamn. Do your best. Okay, she just keeps shooting at the middle point, it looks like. Not for nothing. MP7's probably going down. Yep. It's fine. Just about. Yeah, this one fucks up. This one didn't fuck about. She had a fuck ton of HP. Fair play too. Like the two SMGs lasted way longer than any of my SMGs usually would in a situation like that. I'm kind of glad because this team is basically a bunch of like. This is normal difficulty, yeah. I don't think there's any hard mode maps for Continuum Turbulence outside the ranking map, which is unlocked at the end of everything. So you basically you just have to do this. I don't think events don't get like difficulty, like alternate difficulties until like the one after this one. I think the A11 had alternate difficulties, but that was like they fast tracked that one to us, which is a nice taster. Still, I'm pretty proud of them because MP7 was like a limited drop in Singularity. She's really good. Honey Badger was a secret reward from Singularity, and she's apparently really good. Evidently, she is really good. She proved herself there. And the damage dealers are just don't fuck about. So even the amount of HP that boss had, they did a fair job of that. Good job, team. You actually want to say something now? Yeah, thinking about it, he did say the commander in like the first cutscene of the story of this did say like, I know that it's like SOP 2 took down two of yours. And SOP wasn't there for the first one, which implies there's probably a third fight against this one. Fucking hell. Open her up. Look, SOP needs a new arm, okay? She's gonna self-destruct. Yep, okay. Chop off the hand. It was just a bomb. Didn't seem to be at all. Yeah. Bioroids? Is that what we're up against? We're fighting like fucking biological cyborgs? Like, what the hell? Interesting. And get decent seats. Oh, she's still conflicted. Okay, this is just a cutscene one, so might as well do this now. We get AK-74U. Yeah, that is funny. If it is like they're actually biological, like the bio ones are just actually like dolls, whereas the actual machines are more human. Isn't that so often the way, actually? Damn. You just love that trio of just twats who keep getting on you. I met 3 bastards. I mean, I suppose M45 kept her around at least, but I don't know if she wasn't it was ever exactly nice. Oh, they actually make it give you a choice. Hmm. A 3-way guess, maybe? Or could it be that the commander simply doesn't know? Well, fuck it, let's just check and see. Oh. Ah, no, that was not the right choice. This is not the one that unlocks the next chapter. We even got a CG. I guess this is the base you see in the 3D view. So that's one way of looking at it. This is the best ender. You are giant fuck. Hit punch. Did the band need to know what she did or where she went, but they seem to already know. This is not the best ender. Alright. Let's just follow them around in order. Oh wait, shit, I just... Sorry, tap out. I forgot you have to hit this button to make it actually count. Pardon me. This is the... We'll watch the other, like, quote-unquote bad ending first. Oh, I guess it's incorrect end. Short-lived peace. Hey. It's actually a hefty amount of those too. G11 is here. It's a twist on the CG from Operation Cube. I like that. I think both of these are like actually further legit endings for 416. I actually would have expected this to be the one I got. But no, she's actually going to continue into the fight. I guess that last rescue mission. No one left behind. Yeah. Alright. Oh, you prick. Why even make me do it? She has to finish the fight. I still find it fucking funny that they haven't officially given her Mod 3 art for story shit yet. So just in-world, Sop is still just running around this fucking bedraggled mess and no one has opted to fix her yet. All of her word. Who's that back left? Is that 74 you then? Text box is just perfectly placed to obscure her. Looks like her. She never would have told me. Of course, everyone breaks out the truth serum. They're compelling. AK-12 appreciates my storytelling ability. And Julia being former Griffin is actually a new detail. Death. So we're just gonna fake a whole lot of dying over the next lump of story. Surviving Doomsday. Yeah, I think this is gonna be just maximum suffering from here on out. Because on top of everything else, Angelia was basically at ground zero of the bio nuke at the end of Singularity. So that's gonna be fucking miserable. No worries, no. Thanks for dropping in. I'm basically gonna end now anyway. There's just some little bits of cleanup to do. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. See ya. Collect their shit. ID card. Reports. Reports. AK-74U. That voice is a bit lighter, like a bit higher pitched and cheerier than I thought it would be based on how she was speaking and how she looks. 5-star SMG though, that's good. You could always use more unique SMGs honestly, because I feel like they're a bit more limited than... The only thing more like restricted than them is like shotguns really. I'm gonna give me my Hawk display cabinet. Alright, then there's one last detail to finish on. Yes! My gun is poking through. Behold! She is finished. Well, more or less. Look at well, the English server's first, it's a bit more than just smart. There's a full tilt. She lost her hat. The English server's first 6-star. And a fucking rail cannon. Before I throw her back into trading, let's just go have a look. Yeehaw. There's the big damage. These hell bullets are just like 5-star armor piercing, but they also give a damage buff unlike regular armor piercing. And they're just 20mm explosive rounds. I think it's like a high yield explosive or something like that, or incendiary or some shit like that. It's nuts. Basic gist is she is just damage the stat, from what I understand. Like all of her abilities are based around just mountains of damage and doing mountains of damage forever. Her normal, like you can see at the bottom of Chain Reaction there, her normal attacks and like skill attacks are boosted by 10% when attacking with enemies who have over half their health. Because just fuck you, die. This is gonna be good. I mean, like, her stat is just 172 damage, plus 9 already. Oh, I'm gonna have to build a team for you. I have ideas, but I'm currently, like, the idea I have is currently dependent on me getting Python from the limited drops. When I do, we're gonna have some fucking giggles. But yes. Good. For now, she's going back into training to finish sorting her out. Somehow she looks like smaller without the hat. But yes, now that will do it. Alright, that's been Girls Frontline, Continuum Turbulence. Tomorrow, oh, hello. Tomorrow is, if Undernight in Birth Arise is delivered tomorrow, I'm probably gonna do, like, a split stream where I do, like, some of that, like, tutorials of that and shit for, like, an hour or whatever. And then pass over to doing Chapter 3 of this event. You know, bring us through to the end of the whole thing. But, if it doesn't arrive, it'll just be all Girls Frontline tomorrow, because why not? And that'll just be usual start time tomorrow. Hello. He's settling to sleep. But yes, thank you for watching. Thanks, Hammer, for sticking around to the end. And, yeah. Tomorrow we continue, we press on. So we beat on. Guns against the tide. Alright. Good night.